What's up, guys? You're on Novatorque Lab, the channel where we talk about cars, speed, engineering, and the stories behind the world's most incredible machines. And today, we're looking at 5 of the most expensive and most shocking supercar crashes ever. These cars were built to be admired, collected, and remembered. But in just a few seconds, some of them became famous for the worst possible reason. So let's get into it. Let's go! Let's start with the Ferrari Enzo. This is one of the most iconic Ferraris ever made. Named after Enzo Ferrari himself, the car quickly became a legend. Only around 400 production cars were built, which made every Enzo feel incredibly special. But in 2022, one Ferrari Enzo was heavily damaged in a road crash on the island of Jersey after colliding with a Honda Jazz. And maybe that's exactly why this story spread so quickly. This wasn't some dramatic racetrack crash. It wasn't a high-speed duel between supercars. It was one of Ferrari's most legendary machines getting badly damaged in a surprisingly normal road accident. And that's what makes these stories so fascinating. Even the rarest cars in the world are still just one mistake away from disaster. Next up is one of the strangest supercar crashes ever caught on camera, the Bugatti Veyron lake crash. Back in 2009, a Bugatti Veyron ended up in a lake in Texas. The driver originally claimed he was distracted by a bird. That alone sounded bizarre. But the story became even more famous later when the case drew attention because of possible insurance fraud allegations. And that's what turned this from a weird accident into an unforgettable internet story. A Bugatti Veyron is already the kind of car most people only ever see in magazines, on posters, or online. But seeing one sitting half submerged in muddy water looked so surreal that the internet never forgot it. This wasn't just an expensive crash, it was one of the weirdest luxury car stories ever. Now let's talk about one of the most famous celebrity supercar crashes ever. In 2011, Rowan Atkinson, better known around the world as Mr. Bean, crashed his McLaren F1 in England. And this wasn't just any rare car. The McLaren F1 is one of the greatest supercars ever built. It's legendary, incredibly valuable, and one of the most respected cars in automotive history. That's what made the crash so shocking. Reports said the repair bill was more than £900,000, which turned the incident into one of the most expensive repair stories in British motoring history. So yes, Mr. Bean didn't just crash a supercar, he crashed one of the most valuable automotive icons ever made. At number 2, we have something even more absurd. Not one Bugatti, but 2. In 2024, 2 Bugatti Chirons crashed in Morocco while trying to overtake a truck during a driving tour. The moment was caught on video, and that footage spread everywhere online. That's a big reason why this crash became so famous. A single Chiron is already a multi-million-dollar hypercar, but seeing 2 of them involved in the same crash at the same time felt almost unreal. It was chaotic, expensive, and impossible to ignore. And it also showed something important. No matter how advanced these cars are, things can still go wrong in seconds. And at number 1, we have the crash that feels almost impossible to believe. The Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta is one of only 3 ever made, and its value has been estimated at around $17 million. That alone makes it one of the rarest and most exclusive hypercars in the world. But in 2022, one of them crashed during a supercar event in Croatia and suffered major damage. And that's exactly why this story stands above the rest. This wasn't just a rare car getting damaged. This was one of the rarest modern hypercars on Earth being smashed in public. When only 3 exist, every crash feels historic. So those were 5 of the most expensive and most shocking supercar crashes ever. What makes these stories so fascinating is not just the money, it's the contrast. These cars were built to represent speed, engineering, status, and perfection. But in a single moment, all of that can turn into wreckage. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Novatorque Lab for more stories about the world's craziest, rarest, and most incredible cars. Thanks for watching. and I'll see you in the next one.